It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. An undefeated start against a winless skid. Let's see if this week goes chalk or if it's an upset brewing in week 4. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Levis from the shotgun. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll have to swallow a loss on the play as he's touched down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 13. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Short pass brought in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Jump off caught by his back. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the 1st down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
No one open, so he kicks this to another county.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun now for Levis. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
At the distance, but no good. It finds that left upright. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
They go play action on first. And his first offering of the game lines up incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So second down coming up. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
It is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
And he's taken down at the 30. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Hand off to the back. Finds a big lane. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Chooses to bring this one out. Not much on the return. Should have kept that one in the end zone as the tackle's made at the 15-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Gets in on a slant. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he finds his way up to the 47 before he stopped. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, and really break the backs of a defense. Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They're throwing it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
2nd and 10 now. Gets it to him on the screen. And that will not be enough for a first down. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down around the 34. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be first down, Packers.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. They're going play action. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the first.
16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. From the red zone now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Cowboys will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge hit in return for that defense. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Defense showing blitz. Levis dialing up a receiver screen. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throwing is Levis. Setting up the running back screen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So here he is, getting his 2nd field goal look of the half. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. They'll run here following the penalty. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. They go play action here. He's throwing deep to the left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That one gains 7. And it'll be 1st down Packers. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 42. Hits him on the in route. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Down the sideline inside the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down Packers. He'll look to throw. On the move, headed right. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
He's got it! It's a Green Bay touchdown! Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Awareness is so critical of where those defenders are down the field to find that open receiver. But it's just as important, Kate, in the pocket. Having awareness of what's going on around you, the QB didn't. And the defense registers a sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And there it is. He just kept choosing to go backward, partner. And now he's all the way in his own end zone for a safety. Cannot believe it. So following the safety block, they're on now to begrudgingly send it away with a free kick. Takes it in at the 21. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Complete over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. He's going to throw this one. Brought in right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Pass play coming here. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Levis now on 1st down. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
One's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Levis from the shotgun. He lets one fly deep downfield. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Packers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. That's one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. Too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
It is so easy to marvel at the sheer amount of distance he threw that football. But can we also take a step back and marvel about the amount of distance covered by that defender? He had to stick in coverage 50 yards down the field, and that's not just it. It's not even about getting there. Once you get there, you got to make the play. He did it. That is job well done.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Returnable from the 1. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll throw it. He's on the move. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw. Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead. Levis now against the blitz. This throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Looking to throw, Levis. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Only manages 1 yard on that run, so now they'll need 3 on 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Now Levis on 3rd and goal. The Bats got it. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
He has it. And right back into the end zone he goes. So one play, it's a touchdown. Then the next for 2, and he's extended their lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
May now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long. Punter on now, and he gets into this one. Picked up at the 38. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Very good return as he picks up 20. And the Cowboys will take over with some excellent field position. They'll run here on 1st down. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Levis. Completed to his running back. And he's taken down at the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Levis. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him 3 on that game. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Back to the well again. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. Is in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, here's May. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Going play action, May. Escapes the pocket. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's wishing he left this one in the end zone, Brock, as he goes out of bounds short of the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Levis. Dump off caught by his back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 3/4 in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
The give here on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, but did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
And the Packers at a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play. Levis back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down at the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch. You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Third and short yardage, Levis. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. And he missed it. It's no good. And they can't add 3 to their lead of 15.
Well, they're still in great shape to win this game, Kate. Don't tell the kicker that. You know he's bummed with every miss. But with that miss, still 2-touchdown game, and one more stop here can very much end things.
To the air on first down, May. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Back to the air. It's May. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. With 3rd and 10 coming up, they felt comfortable going ahead and declining that penalty. And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Buys time, rolling right. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw for May. Finding Thomas near the sideline. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Has a hole left, room to run. At the 20. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now May coming off that pick. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's caught for the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
May on 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB-receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
May trying again here on second. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
He's got Thomas on the slant. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll run now on second down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's May. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Desperation time here on 4th. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay.
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back.
It's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.